one of them from today. When I tell people off, they don't like it. Now, I don't know Stephanie Larkin in real life. I do know Shawna Sinclair. I made a post about Stephanie Larkin's daughter missing. I didn't know how exactly I was going to do it, being as she blocked me on Facebook Messenger, so I can't message her. Her daughter is missing. Um, I didn't say nice things in it. Didn't have nice things to say, but I do have nice things to say about this situation currently. Currently, what I have to say nice is that her daughter needs to be found. Hopefully she gets back a hold of me and gives me the information I need to help her out as best I can. She also shared the post about her missing daughter that I literally just made, and I don't say nice things in it. She will probably listen to it and then be angry and block me. That's a definite possibility. However, finding her daughter is more important than her anger to me. Me saying she's nuttier than squirrel turds? Well, that's an opinion, isn't it? Am I allowed to have opinions? You goddamn right I am, especially after having mean stuff typed at me. But that's not what this is about. This one is about, are your children really missing? Shawna Sinclair, right before Natalie was killed, I was trying to get help starting a GoFundMe so that I could actually, well, with everybody ripping me off and getting away with it, me going to all the places and people that I was supposed to and having to go in alone and them not doing anything about it. I needed money. I couldn't just keep on getting ripped off by Ken and Leah. I couldn't just keep on spending my money to go see Kayla Trujillo for her to play video games and do drugs and fucking sell drugs. I'm going to point out that drug was marijuana. She quit messing around with hard drugs when she had kids. Anyway, Shawna Sinclair, I didn't want to be friends with her anymore. She was one of those people who was perpetuating rape society before Natalie was killed. I'd been screaming for help for over a year. I needed help. What did Shawna Sinclair do? It was right before Natalie was killed. Change the subject. My daughter is missing. My daughter is missing. So I made a post about her daughter missing. Now, instead of her speaking up after Natalie disappeared and people were being hateful on that, Shawna Sinclair didn't care. What did I need from Shawna Sinclair? I needed the truth. I needed her to tell the truth. Her daughter ended up being fine. It was a fine situation. It wasn't a situation where her daughter was at any major risk. Her daughter hadn't even been abducted. She was still on visitation with her dad. Shawna Sinclair was just doing that because, well, it doesn't feel good when someone says, hey, I don't want to be your friend anymore. You haven't been a friend. I want you to go away. That doesn't feel good. Now, I did go back and I took a look at Stephanie Larkin's thing so that I could have a screenshot to actually put up there of her daughter. She did legit post, her daughter has been abducted. She is trying to get some word on it. It's not on the news. It's not in the media. It's just, why isn't anybody picking it up? Is Stephanie Larkin not rich? I know we expect every person here in America to be rich, to be able to afford a good lawyer and to be able to afford a private detective and all this other stuff. If you tell me your kid's missing, I'm going to drop every goddamn thing that I'm doing immediately and do something about it. I will immediately speak up. You tell me that people are threatening to kill you and your fucking family, I am going to speak up immediately. That is all I asked from many of these people. Speak up. Tell the truth. If Shawna Sinclair and Mandy Singer had both spoken up about the missing posts about their missing loved ones, it would have made all the difference in the world, but they didn't. They just let people hurt me. They just let it happen. Shawna Sinclair, when I let her know that I didn't want to be her friend anymore because she was supporting Rape Society, that's when she told me about her daughter missing, and her daughter wasn't actually missing. With the situation with Stephanie Larkin, it looks an awful lot like the situation with Shawna Sinclair, except even though Shawna Sinclair didn't post up anything about her daughter missing, she just told me. The fact is that Stephanie Larkin did post up about her daughter being abducted. She absolutely did. So unlike Shawna Sinclair, I do have some belief that Stephanie Larkin's daughter was taken. The first post that I made about her daughter missing, I really should take it down and post up a proper one with the proper information from Stephanie Larkin. She typed a bunch of mean, assumptive shit at me that really, really was hurtful this morning. And I did mention that in the video, and there's a reason for that. That's equality. But whether I'm being equal to her or not in that aspect, I'm not being equal when it comes to her missing child. And here's why. Because that child matters more than I do. That child's life matters more than I do. That child has somebody in their life that actually cares right now. Do you think Stephanie Larkin deserves to have 6 years of being blown off by me? Oh, I'll do it next week. I'll do it next week. I'll do it next week. Imagine if 6 months from now, I get something on my news feed saying that they found her daughter's body. And then 6 months after that, I get a hold of her and say, hey, I have time to post about your missing daughter now. Imagine how fucked up a thing that would be. Imagine how fucked up that would do internally to her head. It's like the analogy I make where you're going to get your shoes. You need these diabetic shoes that are supposed to help you so they don't have to amputate your feet from diabetic ulcers. And you got 2 weeks. If you don't get these shoes in 2 weeks, they're going to have to amputate your feet. Your friend says, yeah, I'll help you out with them shoes, dude. I'll fucking hook you up tomorrow. But tomorrow he doesn't answer. And the day after that, he doesn't answer. And the day after that, he gets a hold of you and says, hey, man, you need to be patient. It's only been 3 days. So you try to be patient. You're as patient as you can be. But now it's getting 3 days until the 2 weeks is up, and they're going to amputate your feet. And you're trying to get a hold of your friend. He ain't looking. He ain't seeing none of it. 6 months after you've had your feet amputated, he wants to show up with them special diabetic shoes. He wants to take it as a photo opportunity and treat you like you're a bad person because you don't have any fucking feet to put the shoes on. Why don't you try doing something when it makes a fucking difference? Stephanie Larkin's daughter is missing right fucking now. The first video that I made, the missing persons post that I made right before this, she liked it and shared it. But the things that I had to say about her, I'm not sure if that's something she should have liked and shared. I'm pretty sure the better option here would be for her to get a hold of me and give me the information that I need, and I can make the one that she just liked and shared private. I'm not going to destroy the evidence. I'm not going to destroy the mean things that I had to say. I said them loud and proud for a reason. I don't just type them in pretty words in Messenger. I actually follow through when it makes a difference. Now, as far as victim blaming and shaming, that's fucking mean. That is cruelty. Now, let me tell you what Shawna Sinclair did. I said, hey, Shawna Sinclair, all you got to do is tell the truth. That's all I'm asking of you. I'm not asking you to lie. I'm not asking you to manufacture stuff. Hell, I'm not even asking you to tell everybody your personal business. Did I reach out to you for help? Was I trying to get a GoFundMe started? Did I stop and put everything that I had going on? Did I put that all to the side to try to help you? Abso-fucking-lutely I did. And what did Shawna Sinclair do? Between coming forward to be honest or trying to get Morgan Burns to do bad shit to me, she did what we've taught women to do. If you want to do something dirty, go have a man do it. Just go lie to a man and he'll fucking do it for you. Morgan Burns is dead. Morgan Burns is pushing fucking daisies now. Seems to me trying to get people to harm or kill me results in those people ending up fucking dead. Maybe that's not such a good idea. Maybe trying to convince people to harm me or kill me is a bad fucking idea. Just saying. Between telling the truth, knowing that it did make a difference, and trying to convince Morgan Burns to harm me, Morgan Burns is now a corpse. How well did that work out for Shawna Sinclair? It didn't. It fucking didn't. She's one of the people that I said, hey, I'm not your friend. We haven't been friends. You don't care about me. The reason that I allowed her to stick around on my friends list after Natalie was killed is because Shawna Sinclair wanted to pull the pity me thing. My daughter is missing. My daughter is missing. Okay, well, I'll drop everything I'm doing because that is fucking important, because I do care. Even though I don't know your child, I will drop everything I am doing anywhere that I am at to try to help you find your child. It doesn't matter if you stab me in the fucking back. If your child is missing, I've got a lot of fucking trauma from a lot of the people that I know and love being fucking corpses because not one goddamn person cared to help find them. Natalie Bollinger, I got the call that she was missing right before I started making dinner over at Kayla Trujillo's off of 120th and Melody. Natalie Bollinger didn't get her brains blown out until the next morning. Can you imagine how I would have felt if that would have happened to Shawna Sinclair's daughter? Can you imagine how I would have felt if that would have happened to Mandy Singer's son? A lot of people, after years of blowing me off, finally got back a hold of me just to treat me like shit because somebody they know died. Like, of course, Derek Parrish. When his mom died, he wanted to use that as his excuse for doing nothing. My mom just died. You know what? I feel that loss as well, and I get that she's not my mom. Your mom took better care of me than my mom ever did, Derek. Derek Parrish. You cheating fuck. Loyal to nobody but yourself. I did the right thing because it was the right thing to do, and I still do the right thing because it's the right thing to do. It's not my fault that Shawna Sinclair didn't come forward. It's not my fault that Stephanie Larkin didn't come forward. See, all these people want to talk about their problems, and their problems are self-serving, but we're expected to stop what we're doing and help them. And I do. I absolutely do. But one thing that I've noticed is that a lot of people say, oh, we all have problems. We all have problems. That's your excuse to blow somebody off. Oh, we all have problems. No, we don't. Not like this. Whether I agree with Stephanie Larkin or not, whether I like the mean things that she typed at me or not, no victim left behind. Not even if I'm mad at your mom. No victim left behind means no victim left behind. No victim left behind. No victim left behind. I'm going to say that one more again for y'all in the back. No victim left behind. I'm going to say it a little louder for those of you who are law enforcement. No victim left behind. Morgan Burns was my friend. Sort of. He didn't care what happened to me. You know, after Natalie disappeared, I didn't stop trying to help find Mandy Singer's son, even though she didn't come forward, even though it took her years and years to finally come forward. That didn't stop me from doing what I could to help her on multiple occasions. When I was in Hardin, Montana, freezing my Royal Rastafarian nenes off, I still did what I could to try to get her help so that she could get from Arizona to Colorado. So that when she got to Colorado, she would have supplies. She would have blankets. She would have jackets. She would be warm. Now maybe Stephanie Larkin finally gets it, but I doubt it. Maybe she's making the connection right now of, all right, between 5 years of pretending and holy shit, my daughter's missing, and he posted it up immediately. Maybe she'll make that connection in her head. Maybe she won't. Maybe she'll send me the right information and I can make a proper video about her daughter missing and try to get the information to where it needs to go and to the people that it needs to be gone to. And maybe, just maybe, one of y'all will actually share it. And maybe somebody that you shared it with will share it. And maybe the word will get out, and maybe people will help to find Stephanie Larkin's daughter. Anyway, she did message me. If it's not a block or an FU, even if it is an FU, I'll explain to her if she'll allow it. Then I'll make a proper video if she sends me the proper info. Yes, her daughter is more important to me than my life. If you notice, that's That's the one thing that'll get me to stop dead in my fucking tracks 100% of the time, no matter what. Your kid is missing. Let's find your kid. Good to be rid of you. Thanks for coming to visit. Stay out of trouble or don't get caught. Remember, you are your brother's keeper and no victim left behind. Also, don't try to convince people to kill me or harm me. It doesn't end well for them.